One of the key pillars of the African Development Bank is the Industrialize Africa agenda, which we are pursuing with all diligence, and in identifying companies such as Nyanza to be our partners, we find that ability and capacity to be able to deliver on that agenda.
For AFC, this is a critical project. Our goal really is to invest in transformational projects across the continent. One of the key focuses that we've had has been on mineral beneficiation.
Nyanza Light Metals plant here that's being developed in Richards Bay falls right into that and is certainly a project and an associated financing that is in line with our mandate.
We're looking at this beneficiation part of it. As Africa, as South Africa, really, we are saying, even when we go to the continent itself, this is one product where we pride ourselves as to say, this is an African product.
A project like what Nyanza is putting together is rare. You don't find many of such projects across the continent.
We need to have high value add manufacturing projects. The Nyanza project is a primary example of what it means to take something that we add absolutely no value to and export for about $300 a ton and import the refined product for around $3,000.
Projects like Nyanza are beginning to change that narrative by creating opportunities that beneficiate these commodities for exports.
But we as Afrexim Bank are always keen to support project and project development that's bringing manufacturing capacity to Africa.
So I think there's going to be a really good synergy as ourselves and the decision makers in Nyanza develop a marketing strategy, taking the product to the market. And if you're able to put something in your plastic piping, which is going to allow it to last longer, then there's greater value being created.
We need a paint that has got certain characteristics to hopefully reduce accidents on our roads. Can you develop pigment that then goes into the manufacture of that paint with these characteristics? We can do that in this plant.
So we would see that a fair amount of the product will be distributed in South Africa, but the majority will be to our neighbors to the north of us, as well as the rest of the African continent.
And I think Nyanza, through their choice of partners and their passion to get this delivered, have been a pleasure to work with. And I think we're all confident that we're not only going to bring this to financial close, but are going to manufacture this as set out.
We actually need many more Nyanzas because Africa does not have sufficient stories that talk about how we can transform our mineral resources, which we are so blessed with as a continent.
As the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure, this project fits within the mandate of developing infrastructure in a collaborative approach.
Working with Donovan and the team has been a really excellent experience.
In the Nyanza management team, our hard work, entrepreneurship, tenacity, and sheer grit. And to be where the project is at now and looking at the future that is being planned and where the project is going, it shows that the management team that is driving the Nyanza project is committed to the cause.
So really it's a hats off to the team for the excellent work that they've done and all that they bring to this transaction, and we'd like to see them in many more.
A project that is got scale, that has got all the ingredients that one is looking for in terms of job creation, in terms of economic development.
We invested in the Nyanza Light Metals project was because we didn't see it as just a one-off. We believe there's a great opportunity here for Nyanza to go into other mineral beneficiation, including those that are critical to the energy transition and transition metals. We believe there's a real opportunity here for the birth of another African titan.
all in all, this is something very positive, not only for South Africa and for Nyanza, but for the whole continent.